Welcome everyone to day 3. Tao Matia, good morning. Tai Karaya, good evening. Seneca Kakona, many blessings, mucho bendiciones a ustedes. Namaste and welcome back. Today for day 3 is choose a new perspective. I like to call it having a conversation with fear, having a sit down, besides having a new perspective, another new look, another pair of glasses. How's that? For the past 2 days, you've become the witness to your fear and opened up the willingness to release it or have a conversation with it. The third step is to choose to see love instead. So today's work introduces the practice of proactively choosing a better perception. The exercise of flipping your fear upside down is an awesome tool that we'll use throughout the book. For now, we'll keep it simple, but still very powerful. I'll guide you to stretch beyond your limiting beliefs by choosing a more positive perspective. Continue to surrender to the guidance and have faith in love, or have trust in love. Remember, you no longer need to figure it out. I've got your back, and so do I. Now, let's work together to transform your fear, or like I like to say, change the narrative, change the story in your head. So morning reflection. If you're doing this early in the morning, start with the morning reflection, then pause the video to do the evening, or give yourself a moment to do the morning reflection. Then give yourself an hour or two to do the evening. If you're doing this towards the end of your day, do this. Give yourself an hour if you can, or a few minutes, and then do the evening. Okay, so let's begin with the morning. Let's begin another daily practice by reading the morning reflection. Immediately following the passage, sit for 1 minute of silence. Close your eyes and breathe deeply in through your nose. She's going to say out through your mouth, but remember if we want to increase the nitric oxide, we are going to breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. If we're going to do through the mouth, it's going to be as if we're blowing out the candles. Let the words settle in and open your heart and mind to new perceptions and new ideas. Okay, so before we start reading this, get into a comfortable seat. Breathe in through the nose, out through the nose, or the modification I gave you. Place one palm onto your heart so it may land in. The other palm can be on your lap, facing down or facing up. Sense your heartbeat. Feel your heartbeat. Breathe in, breathe out. And you can repeat after me, or you can read along, or just listen. There's always a loving perspective. Today, I welcome new perceptions. I am willing to let go of my old limiting beliefs and let love enter in. I choose to believe that there is always a loving perspective. I choose to see love. Let that settle in for a moment. I'll read it again. There's always a loving perspective. Today, I welcome new perceptions. I am willing to let go of my old limiting beliefs and let love enter in. I choose to believe that there is always a loving perspective. I choose to see love. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the nose, or whatever modification you chose. Affirmation for day 3. Love did not create this fear. This message from A Course in Miracles is a powerful reminder that fear is an illusion and only love is real. Fear, remember, can be real or fake. It is your protector, according to what I've learned by IFS, which is Integrated Family Systems. Read more about it if you wish. I will add the resources into the description. Fear is your protector. It's trying to warn you of something, of whether it's a real or perceived fear. Bring this affirmation to your fearful illusions. And in the moment, remember the falseness of your fear, or the lesson of your fear. On day 2, you were guided to become willing to see love instead of fear. And today, you're affirming that love did not create your fear. Or maybe it did. Love for you, love for your safety, love for your community created a specific fear, real or imagined. What is the lesson? What is it trying to protect you from? And if it's imagined, then how can fear guide you to a loving perspective, a loving communication, to be more aware? These exercises build upon one another, strengthening your commitment to love. Use these affirmations throughout the day whenever you witness fear sneaking in. You don't need to intellectualize the process. Just respond to your fear with this loving affirmation and let your inner guide do their thing. Before you head out the door, make sure to set your midday miracle moment with today's affirmation. Love did not create this. So for example, if you fear you're going to go into your car and get hit by a car, what caused that fear to come in? Are you scared of it because it's raining and the last time you were in the car there was an accident? Did you see a movie? Did you see something? Whatever it is, allow yourself to witness that fear, just like you did in day 1. Begin a conversation with fear. Be willing to surrender to a higher power, to your comfort level, to your breath, and say, I'm willing to listen. Why am I scared? And then allow fear to have the conversation with you. And then you can assure your fear by stating, I love you and I'm so glad you're here to give me this warning, but I will be careful. I will continue driving. Hopefully that makes sense. At some point, take an inventory of how your affirmation is affecting your experience. Write down one moment in which you used your affirmation this morning, and then answer the following question. What was my fear? This is using the left brain, very logical and analytical. Okay, so you may or may not have an answer to that. What is your fear? You might just say, I'm just scared. I'm just scared of getting hurt. I'm scared of whatever it is, just mention it. Okay, how did it feel to use my affirmation? So now we're using your right side of the brain, your compassion, where fear lies, which is harder to recognize when it comes into the left hemisphere. So now you're asking a right-minded question. How did the affirmation feel when this fear was alert and was awakened? How did my energy shift, if only for a moment? When I said the affirmation, love did not create this, how did fear react? How did your body react? Go deeper into your body. Sense. What am I feeling right now? And then write it down. And even if you don't know how to write it down, just notice it. Experience your body as the experiment and you as the scientist, observing what the body's going through. Okay, let's continue. This is going to be the evening one now. Evening exercise day 3. Remember, just give yourself a moment for this if you're doing this all in a span of 2 or 3 hours. Okay. I once tweeted the affirmation, I choose to see love instead of this. And one of my Twitter followers responded, easy to say, but not easy to do. My initial reaction was, man, that Twitter sister needs to open up to miracles. But I understood where she was coming from. That used to be me. And unfortunately, she's not alone, which is very true. Don't beat yourself up if you're saying, yeah, this is easier said than done. Okay, we're in a process. In yoga therapy, everything starts with the tapas, which is